What you are seeing the Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali is trying to do is what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to restore in West Africa. So the more we begin to have that consciousness, and you can see now they are saying that they are confederation. What it means that they are going to have a common currency, they are going to have a common economy, they are going to trade among themselves. They are going to see how, whether it is man-made, why Africa is not working.
So what you are saying is that, like Nnamdi Kanu,
full support of it. They have told Bola Ahmed Tinubu immediately he was re-elected as the Ecowas chairman, whatever they call him, that they are not interested in anything like Ecowas. They have made it very clear.
Good day, my SCVR. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Chinedu Michael. Let us look at Ecowas under Tinubu. From what we are seeing, there's a new development in Ecowas. I'm talking about Niger Republic, talking about Burkina Faso, talking about Mali, forming SAHEL Alliance, breaking out from Ecowas. It looks as if Ecowas under Tinubu is collapsing. Recall that recently he was re-elected as the chairman of Ecowas. Do you think Tinubu can manage Ecowas? Because their last task during their last meeting was to discuss how to bring back the three countries back to the fold. Now we are seeing them forming their own alliance. What does it mean for Ecowas, West African Community of West Africa?
I think to an extent it is time for Ecowas states, to run away from impending doom that is coming. And what is that impending doom? And IMF and World Bank does not want African developing countries to survive, and they need to run away. Neocolonialism in Africa has collapsed. What you are seeing the Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali is trying to do is what Nnamdi Kanu is trying to restore in West Africa. So the more we begin to have that consciousness, and you can see now they are saying that they are confederation. What it means that they are going to have a common currency, they are going to have a common economy, they are going to trade among themselves. They are going to see how, whether it is man-made, why Africa is not working.
So what you are saying is that, like Nnamdi Kanu,
full support of it. They have told Bola Ahmed Tinubu immediately he was re-elected as the Ecowas chairman, whatever they call him, that they are not interested in anything like Ecowas. They have made it very clear.
Let me bring something to your notice, because they said that Ecowas is a threat to their sovereignty, their respective sovereignty. Now you are bringing the angle of Nnamdi Kanu. I understand why you are saying that. Does it not mean that, like Biafra, like Ecowas, seeing that we are seeing SAHEL Alliance breaking out of Ecowas, it means this is a plus for Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, if I may ask?
Bro, as I'm talking to you today, if you look at the development before now, you can see that most activists in Africa, in all these countries, Gambia, Namibia, Mali, Burkina Faso, they make reference to Nnamdi Kanu in their respective countries. They know that what Nnamdi Kanu is driving at is the liberation of Africa and the black man. That should be the center of civilization currently now, especially in Africa. Having tried the Western culture, the Western influence on Africa for so long, look at what they did in Niger. Look at what France did in Niger. A whole Niger have no central bank. So what does that mean? So they should broadcast from all these agencies, international community, world leaders, European countries are using to destroy Africa. And ECOWAS is one of them. Look at the kind of injustice everywhere. And when you get to ECOWAS, they throw it to the dustbin. When you get to AU, they throw it to the dustbin. I think it's high time, we apply what the great legend, Afrobeat legend, talking about Fela Kuti, was saying, about African leadership and about world leadership. He's saying, what is it that you unite inside United Nations? When roles that were supposed to be played by regional bodies, they are not playing it. So what is the essence of ECOWAS? We have ECOWAS. Africa is still underdeveloped in this Gen Z generation, and a black man does not know his ingenuity A black man can never define himself unless there's a white man's input. That is very rubbish. A white man spent 9 months in his mother's belly. A black man spends 9 months in his mother's belly. So at what point did the black man loses his ingenuity, loses his republican nature, loses his good nature? So we must understand that. So when you see Burkina Faso, Mali, Senegal talking about confederation, they call it confederation. They've already signed a treaty, not going back.
Now, what does it mean for Biafra actualization, Mr. Chinedu?
Liberation is that they have understand that the kingdom that is coming, they know about Biafra, and they know the position of Nnamdi Kanu, they know the position of Ekpa, they know the position of the people of Biafra, and that is why they always make reference that it is time that the world will understand the need to liberate Africa. All Africa will liberate themselves. So what it means to Biafran is that we are not going to embark on the kind of confederation they are talking about. What we are asking for is that the independent nationalities that make up Biafra should come together in a federating treaty and stand as a Biafran nation to define Africa.
Now, if I may ask, are you saying that in the event that Biafran sovereignty is restored today, that Biafra as a sovereign state will pledge allegiance to SAHEL Alliance or Ecowas?
Let me tell you, if you look at what Traoré Ibrahim, the young man there, the military head of state in Burkina Faso is trying to do, look at his policies, look at his plan, you will know that it is in line with reality. It is in line with governance. Look at the economic revolution that has taken place. Agricultural revolution in less than how many months in Burkina Faso. So we can enjoy bilateral relationship with them. Of course, that is what it's supposed to be. Bilateral relationship, no, nothing more, nothing less.
In terms of regional power bloc, we already have SAHEL Alliance, we have Ecowas. In event that we have Biafra sovereign state, will they pledge allegiance to SAHEL Alliance or Ecowas?
When you play allegiance, that means you are trying to say they are superior. They are not superior. The Biafra is superior nation, kingdom in Africa. Every other kingdom, has to be built or based on their own republican and nature and understanding. What it means that Biafra as a nation is going to stand as a bloc, as an African bloc, as a continental bloc, as a bloc that represents black man in all ramifications. So if you said bilateral relationship with other neighboring countries, because let me tell you, in no distant time, Ecowas will be no more. In no distant time, AU will be no more. Yes, I'm telling you clearly, another union or bloc or interest or organization is going to emerge from Africa.
We already seen SAHEL Alliance. That's why I was asking you. I'm not saying Biafra may not be a sovereign state, but I'm looking at when you look at regional bloc.
Yes, when you say
where would they belong?
When you say Sahel, what is the geographical location of Sahel? What is the meaning of Sahel? When you understand the meaning of Sahel, you know that Biafra is not a Sahel nation.
But in terms of
no, I'm coming now. You know that Biafra is not a Sahel nation. Does not belong to that altitude of Sahel. Biafra belong to the a kingdom that stands on its own, that symbolizes liberty, that symbolizes liberation, that symbolizes freedom, that enjoys whichever regional relationship with other people. It's as simple as that. But in every kingdom, there must be a prince. In Africa, Biafra is the prince of Africa, no matter how you look at it. So every other kingdom or nation or country will enjoy relationship with Biafra. That's the way it is. Then it is less for them at that point in time to know whether they are going to continue under the organization of AU or under the organization of any forum or any union. At the end of the day, that will be left for them to decide, because I'm telling you categorically clear, when this revolution comes that will transform Africa, will have nothing to do with AU, and of course, will have nothing to do with ECOWAS. We are going to witness, like what we are witnessing now, the Sahel Confederation. Of course, another region or group, East Africa, and other Central Africa will come up with their own kind of confederate regional treaty or name or organization that will engineer the revolution we are preaching about the black man in Africa. Biafra is all about black man in Africa. Biafra is not mainly about Igbos. Africa, black man, we have taken enough. We have been ridiculed. The black man is being seen as somebody who cannot contribute to good nature. We want to contribute to good nature and want to define ourselves at the end of the day.
Okay, lastly on this, Mr. Chinedu Michael, let us look at if Biafra nation is to come today. Will they have good diplomatic relationship with Sahel region as a bloc, as a regional?
Of course, thank God you said diplomatic relationship. That's diplomatic. America has diplomatic relationship with countries all over the world. Israel have so many countries. Saudi Arabia, they all have. Biafra will not be in isolation. That's the truth. But what we are saying is that the ingenuity and the secret and the expertise that will build Biafra will be generated by Biafrans.
I think I must say very big thank you for your time, Mr. Chinedu Michael. This is Satellite Media. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Chinedu Michael.